I'd never have judged a few grimy ground dwellers, and lost ones at that, to be worth all this fuss.
Chief knows what he knows. He says, find the cellar, so that's what we do.
Well, for all he knows, they could be knee-deep in forest muck, miles away from here.
The forest?
Feel anything strange underfoot? The orcs insist there's a cellar here, but we haven't found so much as a hole for squatting. Someone got the brilliant inkling that the missing villagers are hiding in a secret cellar. This was their home, but there's no sign of anything more than orcish garbage. The wizard servants they were. And the Great Queen Goon of the orcs thinks they'll know how to get inside the wizard's house. Even if they don't, I suppose she hopes to cut them down.
The orcs tore through this place like wild pigs.
Place and rubbish. I ain't a bleeding maid. Hey,
The thing
already
won't budge.
checked beneath these boards.
I thought the same about that villager's kneecap. Is this one of them fancy scribble pages?
In this bleeding
Never did trust them myself.
Where could a gaggle of scared peasants get to?
Ain't there something behind here?
More junk.
Plates and
The
rubbish.
orcs tore through
I
this
ain't a
place like
bleeding
wild
maid.
pigs.
So many of these skulls are so
Hey,
delectably
we already checked beneath these
tell
boards.
which one of them would suit me better.
Damon, and so let the hunt
About that villager's kneecap.
Am I gazing at the holes of souls?
There's nothing to find in this bleeding dump.
Is this one of them fancy scribble pages? Never did trust them myself.
Where could a gaggle of scared peasants get to?
What a deluge.
Ain't there something behind here?
Plates and rubbish. I ain't a bleeding maid.
The orcs tore through this place like wild pigs. The thing won't budge.
There's nothing to find in this
I thought
bleeding
the same
dump.
about that villager's kneecap. Is this
Careful,
one of them
comrade. I think I sense a sorcerer in yonder shadows.
Peasants get to.
Ask away, my friend, ask away. Always helps to know a thing or two about who's covering your back against the gnashing horde. It's no coincidence. Way back when. Don't let the name in the days of old. By now, it's been centuries since anything more dangerous than a badger has come out of those.
Plates and rubbish.
I'm drenched.
I ain't a bleeding maid.
I can hardly tell which one of them would suit me better.
Stitch of time, eh, my friends?
Gazing at the holes of souls. Or am I wrong altogether?
Orc's probably lost the bloody thing with his own arse. It's all
Behold these skulls bereft of the
I
limbs.
get all the peace I need from serving the goddess. A life of peace, I say. Let the lost die that we may live.
Did someone leave an oven door open?
What about that one? Look how it skulks around. Neither orc nor enlightened. I'll bet no one would even notice if it disappeared.
Well, the old mother called me here to find a certain tiny rat skin. Rats are always the outlost lambs, yes, fleeing the slaughter. Naughty, naughty! The old mother believes those villagers, being the one-time servants of the wizard, will not... Our mother, yes. And we do suckle from the teat of her. An iron fist in an iron glove is our Grtilda. She'd what? Do I look like his secretary? And even if I were, with my head in a tight little... Perfectly disciplined, that.
See how these rats labor. Even the lowliest beast bears a loyalty utterly unfound in the so-called higher species.
It isn't the high species you've got to worry about. It's these revolting
What
orcs.
is it that you so enjoy about death?
Even the old mother can pass this steel in a single blow.
I get all the peace I need from serving the goddess. A life of peace, I say. Let the lost die that we may live.
What do you call that, tinfoil? Oh, my... You're in the market for some premium gear, are ya? Anything and everything left behind by vermin after we've exterminated them. And I must say, some of these roaches have mighty fine taste. Thank for more. Can't say I'll blame ya. The old mother selected this stock herself.
for such useful relics. Share in the plunder.
What is it that you so enjoy about death?
But it's a second life. A quarter one.
I get all the peace I need from serving the goddess. A life of peace, I say. Let the lost die that we may live.
Every kind. Get them before they turn to ash. Nice on the cards, that was.
What are you doing lingering around here anyway?
Grtilda doesn't tell you a thing, does she? We're waiting to fight the final battle. The time is nearly nigh.
The final battle, is it? Guaranteed to be plenty of dead after one of them.
By order of the Old Mother. Huge discounts on magic balls.
I'm drenched!
What is it that you so enjoy about
I'm
death?
dripping. Even the old man can pass this steel in a single blow.
You may think, well, by the boot soles of Burl Boonhammer, what have we here?
Another human in Hunter's Edge. State your business, whelp.
Hail, Immaculate. By the sickle of Tyr Gutgouger, I'm glad to see another human face here in Hunter's Edge. Not yet another misshapen orcish snout.
If you fancy keeping that human face of yours, I wouldn't take my cues from the chief of the Mountain Apes. I may have sworn to refrain from carving my name across his back, but yours...
Regular ray of sunshine, ain't she? Don't let her manners fool you, though. Her disposition may be dark. Believe me when I tell you that she's plotting against us as we speak, and would have long given the order to spill our blood if she wasn't leashed by the orders of the conduit herself. But by the shield of the Stormbringer, she'll not outfox the sworn brothers of Tanneroth. And I sincerely hope she won't outfox the likes of you either. You belong to the Silverglen tribe, I take it. Thought you were all holed up in Highbehind. But it pleases me to see some of your number have come to Hunter's Edge. Yes, an outsider not as yet distrusted by the Orcs is exactly what I need in the matter of the missing Bloodstones and the matter of the Wizard's house. But let's talk in my headquarters over yonder. For by the beard of the bears...
Even vermin leave behind a worthy scratches. By order of the Old Mother, huge discounts on magic balls. Even the Old Mother must be Oi! The Old Mother's order. Huge discounts on magic balls.
You ought to enjoy this short life of man.
Yes, oh Mother, with utmost pleasure.
Bit of study is downright exercise.
Oh, it is right.
Than a human
Useless blood.
Enough.
I bet there's no pisser like got that whiskey in this vehicle. Blind them. You know what it's all he's out gonna have. Even vermin leave behind a worthy scratcher. Oi! Yes, right away, my good man. Don't put a delegate another
Rest.
Come on.
You've got to the
Hurry it
count
up
of
with
one
the whiskey.
and you're before me.
You fancy getting your throat slit like your pretty little
Freshen
rat about
this.
bleeding time?
Of course, oh Mother, of course.
Your mother's orders are the only ones. Oi, Barkley! What's it all got to do to get another round?
Quits your eyes, the old Mother requires.
Yes, right away, my good man.
Your finest. Oh, Mother, the pigskin will bring your refreshment.
You see that? I could have sworn that rat just winked at
Thirst
me.
does so magnify one's craving for
You're
God.
just not ancient, are you?
Even the
This
vermin
man,
take notice.
Of course, it'll be a moment.
Who do you think it was? What?
I saved you the finest paw.
These brats are very strong to the last. Our whiskey, not goblin meat.
Listen here. You ever wondered why the All Mother listens to that conjurer? Come on.
Of course, it'll be a moment.
You ought not to eat unless you'd like your innards become your outwards.
To be perfectly honest, I always wondered whatever chuck one would see with their own two eyes.
To your health.
What took Gorig's all?
Out of whiskey? Oh, this lot are getting thirstier by the day. Well, not to worry. No, not to worry. There are more barrels to be found.
What?
Perhaps you haven't heard, whelp. Every time a foot soldier disturbs me, I take his head to compensate for my time.
Ooh, Eddie frying. Naughty dog. What I call
Leader. A word that hardly suffices. I lead them as far as the head leads the body. They serve me and live in service to me. I am their all-mother, the beginning and end of their... I am loved by them. I am craved by them. I choose from among them he who pleases me, and I destroy the rest. The orcs of this tribe are executors of my will, no more. Naturally, there are few finer pleasures than standing before the fruits of one's labor. A stack of gold and goods to one side, I've developed a particular affinity for tenebrium of late. The sheen of it rather pleases the eye. My boys know not to keep a shard of the stuff from me. Consider this your warning. Miserable, you say? I quite like it. Save the altogether hideous pink apes infesting the place. But exterminating them was a rather titillating diversion, I must admit. The townsfolk here were no different from those in the north. The larger ones beg me to spare the smaller ones. The smaller ones bleat like lambs for the larger ones. Yet they eat... Yes, I dare say the wizard won't be so pleased with himself for evading us when he returns. His servant's entry... Our conduit didn't describe every detail of her plan to her mold-eyed pets in the mines. Well, no matter. It hardly concerns you, unless you can break the enchantments protecting his house.
That saved you the
But that's a matter of magic, not the erotic virtues of your mother's rot-rancid corpse. I doubt anyone from Silverglen will be of use. So it seems. But even the cleverest magician cannot conceal his tricks forever. The wizard may have fled, but he left a passel of servants behind. Servants I very much doubt will be immune to the charms of my screws and cleavers. But how very obvious! Who better than a cow to bring a frightened calf back into the herd? Surely you and that bootlicker's sensibility of yours ought to have an insight or two into where a servant might seek sanctuary. Our rat-catcher, regrettably, seems to be in need of some direction in the matter. One of my boys, in love with one of Jarl's. Perhaps the All-Mother ought to investigate this matter personally. Nothing sets an orc on the straight and narrow like the humble ear of his sovereign and sworn mistress, after all.
Even Birmingham behind a worthy scrap too. Whiskey and that's you see that. But I swore that rat just brings him now. I suppose you're just not answer, are you? Even the vermin take notice. Even Birmingham behind a worthy scrap too.
What is it, monkey face? The All-Mother won't tolerate your distracting her right hand. She is the sun and the moon, the mother of all and the sister of none.
Even Birmingham behind a worthy scrap too.
Oh, a new immaculate face in town. What a pleasure to serve you. I've a deal running now. Double the whiskey for any and all who refrain from beating me from the neck. Oh, I'm nobody at all. Just the old tavern keeper in this here village. Things have been busy since, especially with my wife and kids gone. I prefer to keep my eye on the prize. Oh, whiskey? Oh, swell, guys. Swollen as swell can be. I haven't a complaint in the world. Oh, you might imagine me a wee bit utterly exhausted, but I wouldn't have it any other way. After all, the soul-crushing... Well, the scenery's certainly changed in recent weeks, I'll tell you that much. Used to be a quiet sort of place. Family folks, you know. Never had much trouble, and all the less. Can't say why we were overcome so quickly. Can't say why so many of us were cut down over those shiny stones. An immaculate like you know better than me, I suppose. Yes, I suppose an immaculate just like you might have been the one who held my son's head back while Gratilda sliced his throat open, eh? Oh, but who's got time to think on the past? That way lies danger, I say. I only know that these orcs are a thirsty lot. What about it? I can't say I know a thing about the armory, but save bringing the occasional flagon to the guards there. But I've delivered a drink from barracks to bridge in the course of my work. I appreciate your concern, dear friend, but I'm doing quite all right in my own fashion. I won't be... What can I do you for? Now there's a man apart from always muttering beneath his sour breath he is, that I am. But I'll tell you, I never served a lot. Each glass brings us closer to the last of the whiskey, though. My bowels shrink when I think what'll happen when we get to the bottom of the last barrel. We've already exhausted the tavern supply. I've been pilfering from my old buddy. Now, that was a man dedicated to fine liquor. Knew all there was to know about distilling whiskey, he did. Oh, what I'd give for a look, stranger.
Listen here, Rat. You ever wondered why the All-Mother listens to that conjuring lady?
I don't wonder why the Old Mother does anything. And you ought not to either, unless you'd like your innards become your outwards.
I always
Of course, it'll be for a moment.
See the out.
By order of the Old Mother, you just get...
Poor little toys. Poor, quiet toys. Oh, hello, funny lady. Poor little toys. Poor, quiet toys. I'm just fine, Sir Man. And you? Sit, sit, sit. Sit, sit, sit. I'm just fine, Sir Man. Yeah, you...
Something's wrong. This is the monster who killed all those villagers? This child? You want me to, but this can't be right.
Hello. I remember you. We used to be friends, didn't we? Yeah, we were great friends. We played all the livelong night.
This isn't right.
It's all right, Medora. We're here together. No harm will...
Sorry, pretty toy. Oh, please don't shout. Oh, Mum will be awfully cross. Mum! Oh, the best mum in the whole wide world. Usually, orcs like me, scramble-headed, me brothers call me, are killed right away. But Mum, she brings me lots of toys and friends, and she showed me all the best games to play. At first, I didn't like how the toys would holler and cry when I'd make ribbons on them or play eyeball pop. But Mum taught me that that's how they show their...
Grootilda.
Yeah! That's my mum's name!
Comrades, my mind's racing and my heart's gone like a snare drum. To be here, face to face with my greatest enemy and to find that he's not at all like the villain. I've hated him with every drop of blood in these veins. Hated him till my end. But now I find he's as simple as a child. Maybe he even thought all the cruel and all around us. More victims. And years stretched, comrade. If I've learned anything from you, it's that revenge. Vindication, not forgiveness. Join me, comrade! Join me in ridding our world of this force of darkness. He may well be confused, and he may have been mistaught, but that...
Are you mad at me? Oh, I'm sorry.
Vengeance from the skies! Freezing flurry! I needed that. Back on my feet.
Works every time.
That hurts!
The force of Maxos is within me.